Well, good morning. That was at least one step that went well. I had it set to move from that scene of my front yard when the timer finished, that it was, I forgot to mute my iPad. Oops. The one step from that of the front yard, the timer finished and it automatically shifted over to the next scene, which is my intro business card types screen, which you saw for a second or two. It's lovely to be here. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, Joy, wonderful. You're on first in my list. Good morning. Lovely to see you from, yeah, it's got to be early at your end of the stick, isn't it? Wonderful. And Keza, good morning to you as well. And we've got Carolyn here already as well. Oh, Caro, yes. Yes, recognise the name. As I'm recognising many of you because of we have become a little family here. It's great to see you all. And those who are coming in soon or as replay, welcome aboard. We have this daily Lenormand card spread reading that I'm going to shift across. Good morning, Diane. To the screen that actually shows the cards. I have a camera sitting over a table and it has the spread already there. So tune into your psychic senses, your intuition, your connection with spirit, all those goody things that are, well, I don't see them as woo-woo, but it's a good label, isn't it? Just connect with your spiritual guidance as I'm going through these cards and explaining what I feel about them at the time that I'm seeing them and reading them for you. You do, good morning. That's a beautiful photo, Robin. Thank you. I do read them with my own interpretation and etc. You need to be feeling and opening up to the messages that Spirit's got directly for you. It's why you do need to practice connecting with your spiritual guidance to receive messages yourself at any point in time. Okay, not relying on someone else all the time to do it for you. Get those muscles working, your psychic muscles, your intuition working. Good morning, Michelle. Lovely to have you here. And Kim, you're on the way to work because your emoji's there. Thank you for listening in. And we have Sarah. Lovely to have you here too. Now, I am sending this out to my YouTube page, YouTube channel. It's going to my Ros Boundy profile page, my Ros Boundy business page, the mytimetv.live page. Those three are the Facebook destinations. And I also have it going to Body Soul app where I can see that Dave is saying greetings from the studio. Lovely to have you back here and hopefully all well, good and healthy there, Dave, creating your beautiful pieces of music. So I'm going to shift over to the screen that has the spread on it now. So here we go, and I'm a little bit big there. I hadn't realised it was quite that big, but I shall shift it just a little. Okay, what we have is the 5 cards as the spread from the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck. I'll just put that underneath the camera. Whoop, wrong way. So that's the Sarah Marchetti's Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck. Beautiful deck of cards. I've been using them for yonks, at least 3 years. And the card that I've got there from the Inner Soul Guidance Oracle deck, that's Deb and Leanne Winston's cards. I do read the Owl card first because I love opening with the wisdom of that. Don't let anyone rustle your feathers. Here we go. And as you can see, I've got a little owl right next to me over my right shoulder, the one in the middle that's purple. I made that. It's beautiful. It just reminds me that we really do have a lot of wisdom within and we need to be tapping into that. Here's the Footsteps card that is the Inner Soul Guidance Oracle. So it's a footsteps. It does mean actions have consequences. Be conscious of what imprints we do leave behind. But I think it also, for me, it reminds me that we need to be treading more lightly on the earth. As I came home yesterday from having peanuts at the vet, the specialist vet, there was a discussion on there about our overpopulation of the globe and the global warming and all sorts of things along that line. Very interesting topic. And I think I'm for minimalising as much as we can and not using resources from Mother Earth unless it's absolutely necessary. We do not need to be disturbing the crust or going deeper or the canopies of trees and all that sort of stuff. It was a very interesting discussion. So tread lightly. Actions have consequences. So here we are with our 5-card spread. The cross design is along the lines of the tree is actually in a home space energy. Those of you who've been here many times now will be more familiar with this spread. The rider on the right-hand side of the cross is in the business or the work space energies. We have up the top of the cross is the compass that is in that unexpected space. We have the lilies as our role, which is at the bottom of the cross. That's our role, as I just said. And in the center, which is the outcome card, but I like to see it more as the pivot card. And yes, it completes by the end of the day what we have, sums it up. That's how I look at it as far as the outcome card, and that is the mature man. The expanded edition that I use the expanded edition that I'm using has a young man, older man, a young woman, older woman. So the maturity level, the wisdom level. We've got the wisdom level of the masculine energy today. So to start back at where I always start with this spread, because they are numbered as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a lot of the spreads that you'll see published in books or other spaces and places. I do have this one. Some of you have seen my divided divination, and this is a spread book. So it actually does give ideas for different spreads. I'm just opening it randomly to a page that comes up from this. So there's a 12 and a 37 as the random spreads that can be chosen from this one. So I have been using the same spread, this 5-card one, for the number of years, but I'm absolutely enjoying exploring different spreads. So we'll come back to this. We've got the tree of life, the rainbow, the Kabbalah tree of life symbol, the rainbow piercing, well, not piercing through it, it's just moving through it. It's all of that that's in our home space. So it's all the possibilities. Our life may seem like it can be mapped out pretty much predictably in front of us from how our experiences are, but there is always going to be that level of self-will, of choice, of how we're nurturing ourselves, our home base. It is deep-rooted. This is indicating that with the fact it's the tree, and there is the communications back along our lineage of what is ancestry and all of that sort of stuff as to why we're in our families as we are, in this body as we are, and all of that. It is part of that bigger plan, but sometimes it's so much that we can't understand it all at once, obviously. So we take it one step at a time. As a tree starts from those seeds and grows to be, in this depiction, it is a magnificent tree with a beautiful canopy full of branches and leaves and space and place for the fruits and the creatures and everything to be fully nurtured and fully connected with Mother Earth here. So it's absolutely wonderful to see that there. I will deal with spammers and trolls later. Do not respond to them. I have just seen one pop up. It'll be on the My Time page, I'm sure. Or it could be on my page, doesn't matter. If you get sick of it on the My Time, go over to that Ros Boundy page, because I don't get them as much there. Here we go, moving across to the workspace, and we have the rider. New beginnings, something new that's being started. And here's the continuity. Here's the trend. Here's what we can flow through with on the rainbow. The possibilities at home and the possibilities at work, like it's a full day of rainbows. Allow yourself to receive all of that in whatever way you're needing to. The colours of the rainbow, colour itself is energy that has meaning too. And all that beautiful energy and the messages that you're going to be receiving, because the rider is about messages. When you're at work, feel into that you're receiving, even to the point of for self, wondering what sort of footprints are we wanting to leave as our legacy? What are we wanting to actually put out there in that public arena? Because our workspace is a little bit more of the public arena that we're wanting to plan and put forward to have influence for others as well, to have someone being able to follow in our footsteps so that we can be that is good for Mother Earth, that is good for other people to see and learn their own wisdom through us as well. Not copying, but just sometimes those messages that we're sending out are being that base knowledge for the next step for another person, that step by step can be followed. Bring into that some clarity for yourself so that you can be the clarity for others, and moving it forward, all those possibilities of what that rainbow is going to present. Absolutely beautiful. And in the unexpected, a compass can give us direction. It can also show us where we're going off track. If we actually hold it to if you know how to use a compass, it's the north-south, it's finding direction. So it can also show us where we're going off direction. So realign what your footsteps are doing, what direction you're going in. If you feel and see that, it's going to be, that it is a little bit off track, nothing wrong with that. Those diversions or the off track just give us that indication, I need to realign and get back on track. Be showing or doing whatever I need to actually have that goal that I had. It's not so much the goal in getting to the destination, it's the journey on the way. And in the old-fashioned orienteering maps, or even in the old-fashioned navigation by sea maps, you see the compass points all the time. And a lot of it is directional depending on the other variables around you, especially when it's the sea and wind direction and things like that are helping you to steer, and stars and all the rest. But what we have with our own self is our intuition. Tap into that and the connection with spirit to give you that guidance, okay? So really tap into that. Really allow that compass to be your guide, the spirit guidance you have to be your guide. And certainly you'll come to feeling at peace with yourself, with the lilies. That this is our role. It is letting the that sense of self be in your self-confidence, to know that you're in the right space, right place at the right time, and that you're also the completeness of who you are for what tasks you've got coming ahead, because it's the direction where we are actually moving towards. It's what our life plan has been right at the start. Allow that to bring you peace in the knowingness that, I know sometimes it's a knowing without knowing, but allow that sense of peace to be your purpose today, to be what your role is today, that the direction that we are moving towards, even in our work, and that what we have in our home space today is as it's meant to be, and enjoy that process and moving forward on that journey. If we need to ask guidance from someone else because they are our guiding footsteps, then do so. That's where we've got this wisdom of the mature man here. It really is that steadfastness, that security, that strength, that knowing. You can just sense here that there is a more, and I do see the masculine as the more left side brain. Women tend to be a little more right side brain, creativity, nurturing. Masculine is the more practical, doing it type. That's what my sense of it is in this reading. So put that practical sense of what is it that's so worthwhile to do as our next step. To put it in place, actually get the doingness, have it happen, and step that forward. That's where I'm seeing that's coming into our day-to-day. Good morning, Shaz. Not long ago since I heard from you. Look, it's a beautiful set of cards this morning because it's got so much potential in it. And we really do need to be tapping into our intuition, so much more. Practice that. If in doubt, tap into your intuition. If in doubt, ask your spiritual guidance. Gee whiz, must be popular this morning, another troll. Sometimes it just takes that, aside to really have that second to think about, what is it? And think, feel, just sense that is your gut feeling around whatever it is that caused that sigh. And it can take some practice. Or go across to Body Soul app and tap into some of Dave's music. He's got some beautiful meditations in one of the groups there. I think I'm pretty sure there is some that's free. Have a look around it. The Body Soul app is it's a free app. Just get it from wherever your Play Store or Apple Store is, and have a look around it. Some of the communities are paid for, as in you'd subscribe like any membership, like you could on Facebook, or I don't know if Instagram and Pinterest do. I know YouTube does. So many different ways that we can connect. So tap into what you're needing as part of that help and just sense where you need to be with asking for that help. And thank you, Keza, and have a great day for everyone. So that is all I have for you from these cards today. Certainly you can ask in the chat stream at any point, or do what do you call it? DM as the direct messenger, all that stuff if you need to ask questions. It's not for readings, it's just ask a quick question. But you can certainly book in for readings. And that is, I'll just put my Calendly one because I do have some other area, but I haven't quite got the links up. My computer is still messing around a bit. So thank you, Sarah, for those lovely thank yous, and I love the emojis. And it's always with love, isn't it? Thank you. So I'll leave it there. I'm going to stop the stream on the Body Soul app right now because Virginia's asked me to do that one first. So I've just finished that one, and now I'll say keep being the best you that you can be, because we are absolutely unique, perfect in who we are for what we have here in this life to enjoy and move on with. Ready for the next one. Hi, Vicky, and thank you, Michelle. Thank you. And they are beautiful cards, aren't they? Peanuts is actually going quite well. It's just that this lump came up on her leg and it proved to be cancerous. So that's what we're dealing with. She might not be feeling too well after her operation, that's all. And that's on the 11th of May. So that's when the big day is for that. So, look, we live a life full of different experiences, and it's just wonderful to be alive and being who you are, who I am, all those interconnections and everything. I just love it. And the technology we've got, even though mine's misbehaving a little, I've got to sort it out today. Hey, it's just one of the challenges, isn't it? Builds up those muscles. Till tomorrow. 8 o'clock in the morning, not 7:30. We are Thursday today, so tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, and definitely the 7:30 p.m. But that is tomorrow night with Leanne. So look, we'll see how life goes. It's beautiful, isn't it? So namaste until then. Bye for now.